Sorry about that. All right, so good morning here from America. Good evening in Southeast Asia. I'm sorry, I'm late. There are just stuff I need to take care of. All right, so please do let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, how's my audio? Thank you for having me here. Policy management. Wait, no, it's a bit hot now. But I'm not sure if you could hear me. Okay. Hello, hello, Mr. Warren. Magandang umaga. I don't think I need my headphone. Okay. All right. So, Mami Yads, may manok nagtagok to. Uy, may nagtugtugaok. Uy, sure ba? Are you serious? Makadungog ito muna ako. I don't know kung makadungog muna ako. All right. So, just like that. Why manok? Okay, walay manok. No, naami silingan farm. But I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear the roosters. But there are farms around, and I saw roosters and chicken. And then sa neighborhood, they also raise chicken, so they could have, eggs. Peaceful kayo imong lugar. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you will feel kana bitong creepy quiet. Murag makahadlok. Wala ko gimingaw sa Cebu kay ang traffic, no way, walay traffic diri. Walay traffic diri. There's no pollution, air or noise pollution. It's really different. So it's peaceful and quiet. You could really sleep very well at night. But sometimes, yeah, it's creepy quiet. Kana bang, kagingig kay porting ko ano, porting mingawa. Yeah, so we have a topic to talk about tonight or today. Oh no, I don't crave for fried fish. What we have alternative for fish, it's pink salmon. So it's more healthy and yummy. And I don't really miss the buwan because I'm not a very kanang dried fish eater because I have allergies. So that's why I couldn't really take buwan. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. All right, so that's one of the things that you need to consider if you go to a different country. And they have different rules, they have different culture, and different kinds of food that they serve. All right, but yeah, so we'll be talking about several possibilities of us Filipinos, especially women. I emphasize women because what's going on around in social media right now, it's not that I'm against them, but I just don't agree to the way they are promoting that you can go to other countries for one reason. Okay, so, and it's obvious the reason is you need to have an AFAM to be able to go to another country, which is, I'm trying to prove it's not all the time. So we need to break that. We need to break that concept that you can go to a different country. You have to lean on somebody, just like passport, bro. So not all the time, although it's generally, and then it has been being promoted in social media, which I don't really agree. I think you're aware of it, especially. No, I'm not gonna mention names because most of them are Visaya. No, they come from the Visayas region, and they come to the U.S. because of those reasons. And I know they're proud that they are able to help, but for me, helping other people, not using others, not using others to be able to help other people. So yeah, so this topic is all about that. And if you have questions, of course, you can always ask questions. Hello, 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 Richard. Good morning to you. And it's a Friday. I'm not doing anything, so just a while the time away. Although after this, I'm gonna be doing my walking as usual and other stuff. Okay, so what are the possibilities of single Filipino women to be able to go to America or other countries like Europe? There are three different ways or pathways coming to America. And that's what I specified there, America. Depending on our purpose and our circumstances. Okay, so there are three categories that I have mentioned, and these are the family-based immigration, employment-based, and other options. So we're gonna be discussing that one tonight or today. Right, so I want to erase that notion, or I want to erase or break that notion that you can only come to America because of somebody. All right, so okay. Oops, sorry. I messed with my phone. Oh my gosh. All right, thank you so much, Richard, for being there in the BG. Well, please let me know if you're able to hear me all right, or my voice is not loud enough. So, because I'm back talking to my phone, but I don't wanna be as loud and laughing boisterously like I used to when I was in the Philippines, because we have neighbors here that might mind the loud noise that you would hear from this house. So I don't want to jeopardize those people who are living in this house too. All right. All right. So yeah, speak up a little. Okay, the volume is already on its maximum. I need to go closer to the phone. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you so much, Richard. Okay. Can hear you clearly po. Okay, salamat, salamat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so we have so many ways and means to be able to go to other countries, not only using an AFAM. Well, it's AFAM. They say that it's a slang name for a foreign person or a foreign male because I have emphasized they're Filipino women. Okay. All right. So here we go. So depending on our purpose, may it be what like to do or what you like to happen when you are in a particular country of destination. And of course, you have to consider also your circumstances like your financial capacity or capability, your physical and your mental stability. Because when you pass through immigration, of course, you will be asked so many questions. And if you are not able to, if you're not able to answer them correctly and honestly, of course, you might be denied a visa or possible entry to the country of your destination. All right. So some people would think that getting a visa is already a guarantee that you'll be able to enter a particular country. It's not. The visa is not a guarantee of entry. You might have a visa, but when you reach the airport, when the immigration officer asks you questions or interviews you, they or he might, he or she might, or they might turn you down. They might not give you permission to enter their territory. Okay, so make sure your visa is not a guarantee. You have to put that in mind because some, I have seen some videos and posts in social media that they were not allowed entry, or some just airport to airport. So from Philippine airport to the airport of their destination, and they're sent back to the country of their origin. And they would always blame the immigration officer. The officers are just doing their job. They want the safety of the country, making sure that they don't admit creepy and sketchy people to their territory. All right. So if you get a visa, don't think it's your entry already, a guaranteed entry. It was always written in the paper or in the website, especially US embassy website, that it's not a guarantee. So when you're allowed entry, that's you can breathe freely that indeed you are already in the land of promise or your dreamland, right? Okay, so there are, if you really want to come here, there are so many ways and means to be able to come here. As I have said, depending on your purpose and circumstances in life. Okay, so I've mentioned about family-based immigration. Okay, so if you are married to a foreign national and you want to go to his place, make sure that you apply for an appropriate visa. If you are married to an American and you want to enter America on a tourist visa, you might not be granted a visa because you're already a spouse. Why would you apply for a tourist visa? One reason is that it's cheaper and it's easier. That's gonna be the main reason. But if you're a spouse of a foreign national, you have to apply for an appropriate visa for that. So spousal, I know it is more costly, and it takes time to process, and a lot of documents that you need to provide. But that's your circumstance, right? Okay. So spousal or fiancé visa. If you plan to marry or to get married in America, so you need to apply for a fiancé visa or the K1 visa. If you apply for a tourist visa and you mention in your DS 160 that you're going there to meet up with your fiancé, there's a big possibility that you're going to be turned down. So it's a red flag. As I've said, I keep on repeating, apply for the appropriate type of visa when you enter America, and make sure you are honest, and as much as possible, you never know the kind of questions that they are going to ask you during a visa interview. It was not easy on my part to get a visa, and now they have gone back to the conventional way, because before you just have to schedule it online and appear for visa interview, but now they have gone back to the conventional way. I said conventional because many years ago my brother came to America and he underwent biometrics on a different day and appointment of interview on a different day as well. So they're returning to that type. Different day for biometrics, where they get your fingerprints, your facial features. So yeah, so visa interview is another schedule, another day of your choice, depending on the availability. And it's all in Manila. So if you are from the province like me, I'm from Cebu, I have to fly to Manila. So can you imagine the cost for flight and hotel? So for me, I chose the different dates, but they're very close because I don't want to go back and forth to Manila. So I chose 2 days after my biometrics, or was it a day after my biometrics, for my visa interview, because it was available. Because I don't want to stay in Manila for long, because I don't have any relatives where I could stay for free or any close friends in Manila. So I have to stay in a hotel. So that incurs expenses. So yeah, so as I've mentioned, different date for biometrics and different date for the visa interview, and in two different places. Parkal Mall, which is in Asiana City in Pasay. So that's where the Parkal or the biometrics open. And the queue is very long. They open at 7 in the morning, but people start flocking there even at 5 in the morning, as early as that. So good thing I was able to get a hotel that is very near Parkal. So it's just a walking distance from Parkal Mall, and it's affordable and it's clean and accessible to where Parkal Mall is. And then the US Embassy is at Rojas. So it's a bit far and very inconvenient to those who are in the province, because if you are going there by yourself, you're going there alone, you're not allowed to bring anything. No no phone, no bags, no wallet. So what I did was I put all my valuables in the safety deposit box in the hotel, and I booked a grab going, and then coming back I have money in my pocket, a bill inside my pocket. So I don't have anything to worry about. So just bring your passport and other documents that are required of you to bring or to present during the interview. Okay, then that's about the visa, right? So family-based immigration is going to be spousal. If you are a spouse of a foreign national, then fiancé visa is a K1 visa, and family sponsorship. So for example, your parents or your siblings are already residing and they are green card holders or American citizens, they can always petition you, can always sponsor you to go to the US. So for example, my brother lives here for more than 20 years or maybe going to 20 years already, and the family is living here and the kids are already grown up. So I can be petitioned by my brother or any one of them. My nieces or my nephews could petition me, could sponsor me coming to the US. And I have to declare that also in my form for application for a visa. Okay? So that's for the family-based immigration. And why am I talking about this topic? Why I want to discuss about it? There are so many reasons why. Especially now that there are so many things coming out in social media influencing people. Hello, Timmy! Salamat, salamat. So, I know, especially the Filipinos, because it's top stories right now in newspapers, in social media, wherever you go. So they are trying to promote the notion that you can go and to America using your boyfriend or your afam. Okay, so it's like saying that it's okay using other people to get to your dreams, the realization of your dreams. Okay, so personally, I don't approve of that. Okay, but I don't wanna, as I've said, I don't wanna mention names. Okay, next is employment-based immigration. So, if you have special skills, if you have good qualifications, you are highly educated, depending on the needed positions, or if they are hiring people in their in this particular field, so especially teachers, healthcare workers. Okay, so for the employment based, you can always have the work visa and temporary work visas. So for the specific skills of which you are eligible, it's either for permanent or temporary work in the US, which is going to be sponsored by a US employer. Okay, and yes, I have mentioned, if you're eligible for those particular professions or positions, that would be great. And as I have said, depending on your circumstances, it entails expenses, the visa fee, the flight going to Manila if you're staying in the, you're living in the province, and the documents that you're needed to provide. And for the professionals, you have to have credentialing, and it entails money. Hello, hello, Mama H, Mrs. H. Good morning to you. I know it's still very early over there, but thank you for coming. Mga anta diri mang supalpal tag tao. Just kidding. We're talking about, no, di ba? I don't know if you have heard about Filipino women, what Mrs. H, promoting coming to to the land of milk and honey, or to be able to. Oh my goodness, somebody's calling. Sure, yeah, go away. Okay, yeah, they're promoting that you can only come here to America if you have an apartment. And then you have to remember that not all Americans are rich. It's just that their dollar is equivalent to how many pesos, but still their expenses are in dollars and their salary is in dollars. So if you spend it in the Philippines, maybe it has more value, but here you're spending in dollars. You're earning in dollars, you're also spending in dollars. So, muna. And not all, na yung mga nasa media, social media, Mrs. H. And they're trying to insinuate, but that's the only way of coming. Salamat, salamat. And there's more to that. That's why I asked if I could plant some veggies here, because they only have it's really bare because they're all busy working. Land of milk and honey if they have stable job, but if they don't, then just rely on other men. Yeah, right, exactly, right, Timmy. Okay. Don't forget financial independence. It's always feels good. It always feels good that you are earning independently. Hello, Resi. Apa kabar? How are you doing? So, hayaan nyo lang ako magtatalak dito, ha? Yes. Alright, so, yeah, all my housemates are Americans, so they look at me differently, but they don't look down at me. So, ayan. Alright, so, by the way, next week, they invited me to a charity gathering. I was surprised, but I'm also honored that they invited me to attend, because I'm just new here, and I was invited to a charity event of my friend's friend. So yeah, that's something to look forward also. But yeah, we'll go back to our topic today. Yeah, so about we are already on work visa, right? So we have specific skills, like, okay, so I'm lucky to be here as young child with a family visa, right? Diba? So not all na just come here because there is somebody who is somebody you are milking. Diba? So yeah, she yeah, we will count this age because she came here because of a family visa. Like it's a family based immigration. So we discussed that earlier also, Mrs. H. See, that's one proof. I have evidence to my claim. I can support my claim. And also my aunt. I have two aunts who came here when they were fresh graduate from college. They came here, and the one is based in Hawaii, and then the other one is in Washington D.C. So they came here not because of an afam. So they came here for work. My aunt worked for World Bank, and she was one of the secretaries of the president of the World Bank. And she was the one who petitioned my brother to come here. You are one of the lucky ones. Yep, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't have a clue how to. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing. Oh my gosh. Mrs. H, you don't have to find an afam. You don't have to find an afam to be here. But there are, if they do, make, no, I mean, if you want to get married, for me, if you want to get married, marry for the right reasons, because you love the person, you want to be with the person, and choose the right one. Because even if you have a fam, but he is not the right one, he is not a good guy, what will happen to your life? That's true. So the afam sought you. Yeah. Diba? Okay. No, I'm because no, I'm just, it is just funny because they think that all American men are good. It's like other nationalities, even Filipinos. There's always good and bad tomatoes in the basket. Yeah, he did all right of all places in Oklahoma. Diba si Sir Robert? All right. It's good to have. Natawa tuloy ako. Yeah, because yeah, what happened to my aunt was really sad, because he married an American guy, and yeah, she traveled all over the place. Every year they come to the Philippines because that's one of the perks of her job. And the guy always, of course, tags along. And that's the first foreign person that I have met when I was a child. And I don't think he's a nice guy. Because he wants to be served. He wants somebody, all his stuff are different from us, so he would always separate his stuff, the, like for example, the utensils, the glass, the fork, and the, I said, my goodness, is this a kind of, oh, I understand, but wow, you're already in the Philippines, come on. Hello Brad, hello Manleb idol, kumusta? Okay, I saw lots of those women who use Afam to went to other country, and very few of them succeed. So lots of the end up broken, and some are 6 feet under the ground. Yeah, that's what I am telling. You have to know the person, and then it's not just whirlwind romance. You have to get to know the person, how they live over here, because they might spend money, gallantly in the Philippines, but when they come here, oh my goodness, we don't know. Mama H, it is a blessing that you are my way too far for the Filipino height. He found you easy. My grandfather is the reason we are in America. That was during war. O, di ba? Oh, nice. Coffee time. What's the weather there in Canada? Yeah, so you really have to, if that's the means of coming here, well, you need to know the person very well, because this is a different country, different culture, and you cannot bring your tampo tampo or your shyness here. you have to be forward and frank as well. And you have to be strong, no? You can't be shy because they never ask you, like for example, if it's eating time, they'll never ask you, "Uy, mga una ta, let's eat." No. You get your own food. Timmy, he didn't know I was Filipina. He has no clue back then. So yeah, so love knows no race, no color. So it's just purely love. Ay, kilig naman. Kilig naman tayo dyan, Mrs. H. Sana all na lang kami. Enjoy your coffee. And also Manleb, enjoy your coffee. You know, Mrs. H, since I came here, I don't drink coffee anymore. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink fresh fruit juices. I don't know. It's I've changed everything. Diet also. Sana all may shares. Diba? Kilig to the max. Sana all talaga. Yeah, I only drink water here. Drink water and then not mineral water because back in the Philippines we always have mineral water. But here, water from the tap and it's safe to drink. Wait, grape? No, I don't drink. I never really drink alcoholic beverages. So, no, I don't. You cannot imagine if he has drinks. Oh my goodness. It's windy. Yesterday it was so hot. Now it's windy and cold. Yeah, if I was in the Philippines, I would have coffee. Yes. Not only me, everyone. Wherever you go, you need to fit in. But make sure that if you're trying to find your way to fit in, you don't lose your identity. I'm still the same Yads. So, but it's okay to look at a farm. I haven't been to a baseball game yet. I, as much as possible, would like to stay away from trouble. Okay? I don't want to be in any of those stuff. I'm a good girl. Your story, Timmy, is different from others. Of course, we know because we have met you personally. Your story is different. That's why. Hello, RM. Actually, there's a rose down there, very beautiful. How it's blooming. Ay, but reception is so good because of the screen. Yeah, I'm going to the Father's Day Mariners game with my dad and brother. Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh, God forbid. No, 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 I'm not gonna. I haven't experienced watching a baseball game, but I live next to the sports field. So maybe this summer I'll be able to watch that. Although they are not playing professionally. Okay, have a good time, Brad. That's gonna be Sunday, right? Yeah, I know, right, Timmy? Don't search for, make that a fun. Search you. Wait, reminded me about, because when one time we had dinner together in one big table, and yeah, since I'm the newest person in the house, the addition to members of the house. Actually, there are only four adults, so, and one kid. So they ask, my best friend looks like Indian. She looks Indian. Uh, and then they say, "You don't look Filipino." I don't look Filipino. I said, "What? I know I look Asian, but most people will not be able to decipher which really Asian country I come from." So, yeah, segue tayo sa topic, ha? Ano ba yan? So, one of the housemate said, yeah, no, she looks Filipino, because she was able to go to the Philippines, and we met there, the daughter of my best friend. So no, she looks Filipino. And then the husband said, I don't think so. She looks more Mexican. I said, what? Mexican? Oh my gosh. What does a Filipino look like? I don't know. Mixture of everything. If it is different story between searching and AFAM rather than the AFAM find you. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I even here, I seldom see Filipinos. But when I was at the museum, when was that? Was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday I was at the museum, and I know they are Filipinos, and I know that the kids were Filipinos. And when the father approached them, he was speaking in Tagalog. So I said, "Oh, I knew it that they're Filipinos." So, yeah, not really difficult. It's not really difficult to know Filipinos from the crowd, among the crowd. I work with Filipinos. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because native Filipino, it's seldom you can find one, because it's always a mixture. So my father has Spanish descent, and my mother has how many percent Chinese. So that's why I am like this. You confused. You are confused if I am Pinay or not. Why Pinay are fixated on finding a bomb? I admit these grasses are taller than me. Excuse me. No, I used to get lost around this neighborhood, but now I know all the streets because every day I'm walking and I use different routes going different places. So yeah, more or less I know the the places here already. Okay, my sis A, thank you so much. Thank you so much for visiting, and enjoy your coffee, enjoy your day. And it's the weekend. Have a good weekend. And the grasses are really taller than I am, I admit. And here in New England, you have to be very careful because there are ticks in the ground. I don't want to go to high grasses, so I'm careful with where I walk. I prefer to be walking on the pavement rather than on the grass. But if there's a trail already there, I will. But go on those grasses, no way. Thank you, thank you. All right. So thank you so much for that blessings. Brett. Yeah, Gray, Warren have Filipino wives. You need to, you know, what was the question? Does he have any question that I haven't answered? Yeah. Okay. That was how Filipinos look, because these days, Filipinos are a mixture of different races. There are Filipino women married to a German, married to an American, married to Japanese or Korean. So it's no longer pure Filipino. I am also a mixture of Chinese and Spanish. So if you see my brother, my younger living in the US, you wouldn't suspect him. He's a Filipino. He's got very pointed nose. He's tall, not very tall, but taller than the normal Filipino. And his skin is also fairer. So, yeah. Diba? So, let's get back to our topic. We are already in the employment-based immigration. So, we we have permanent and temporary visa, work visa sponsored by a U.S. employer. Okay, and the top two that I mentioned, top two categories are teachers and healthcare workers. Oh, it is true. If you are not an igorot, you are not mixed. Oh my goodness, girl. You made me laugh. Diba? So, yung native really, you could hardly find them these days. All right. So there are also with the work visa, permanent or temporary. There's also under temporary work visas like the J1 or the H1B. So the J1 are exchange visitors like teachers or interns. So interns sa atin like nag-OJT, on the job training. So they can come here also specifically for that purpose. Okay, thank you, Brad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming here and for the blessings. All right, so yeah, so there are J1, the J1 visa are exchange workers. You have to come back home after 2 years or 3 years, I'm not so sure, after your visa expires. But you can always know. I have a disclaimer there in my description box. This is not a legal advice. This is just general information. So if you find another employer that could sponsor you to have an H1B visa, H1B, so that's working visa, you're gonna be able to work here for 5 years and convert you into a green card holder. Okay, but as I've said, it depends on your circumstances and what you want to do in this country. All right, and next, the other options are, so we had family-based immigration, employment-based, and other options. You can always come here as a tourist or as a student. So there's a difference between internship and student visa. So That's what they are having right now, the influx of student visa from different countries, from China, from the UK, Philippines, India, so to mention a few. And for the tourist visa is either you come here for business or purely reason. Okay, so those are the three pathways for us Filipino women, especially the single ones, to be able to come to America not using an AFAM. Okay, so it's not always the answer to all your quest of coming to America. Hello, hello. Oh, retro. Good to see you. Is this the real retro? Sorry, guys. I'm still sniffing because it's still flower season. I still have my allergy from time to time. Okay, so if you have questions, you can always ask me. That's the reason why I was going and coming to Manila several times earlier this year. Okay, and I know somebody's listening also why I was able to come here, particularly the one who owe me. If you're listening, pay. Magbayad ka na ng utang mo, okay? It doesn't only makagaba, but makabaga na. Okay, so don't think, another wrong notion that when people come to America, they will think that you're earning a lot, you have a lot of money, you're rich. No, it's not. You have to remember, we may be earning in dollars, but we're also spending in dollars. Okay, biglang nawala si yung nangutang. I know, she's listening right now because somebody told me that she listens to my stream. All right, so so we have discussed the different possibilities. Actually, there are countless possibilities, and if you are here, countless possibilities of coming here, and if you are already here, you've got so many opportunities. A lot of opportunities in store for you depending on the purpose of your coming here. It always depends on the purpose and your circumstances. Put that in mind that when you come to a certain place, it entails money, so you have to spend, and you have to prove also that you're capable of traveling. I think having qualifications is the key. I believe that too. I strongly believe in that because no matter, for example, you are depending on your AFAM. What if your AFAM is gone? What's going to happen to your life? Right? Just like happiness, if you depend on other people to be happy, what if that person is not there anymore? You're not going to be happy. It's just like that. So you have to bank on yourself, invest on yourself, so that you will not depend on other people. For us, for kids, we were trained and we were raised by our parents not to depend on other people. You have to stand on your own and you have to work for what you want. We were not doled out whatever stuff that we want when we were kids. We have to work for it. It could be a reward, a reinforcement of the things that you have, good things that you have done. It's not being given freely. And that's how I raise my kids as well. If you don't do anything good, why will I give you something good? So it's always a win-win situation. Yeah, qualifications, exactly. So try to invest on yourself. It's either what you love doing, your passion or your talent. It depends. But it has to be, it has to come from yourself, not from others. Okay, so yeah, wherever in this world, if you have good qualification, you can survive. But also, you have to have good mental health. That's one of the most important things as well, especially when you're far from your family. It's not easy. And one thing I have learned, I was working overseas. Who's there? So when I was working overseas, I don't give lavish gifts to my kids. This is just me, huh? I'm just telling my experience. I never give them everything that they want. I did provide for their needs, education, clothing, food, but if they want something, I would always think twice, and they have to work for it. So if you have good grades, yeah, I am always willing to give what you want. If you show me good grades, if you perform well, or if you're behaving well, then yeah, they learn that, and then they know how to calculate. For example, I am very open to them. If, like, when I was working in the Philippines, I had my main job, and I also have some hustles, right? So I have tutorial sessions with other kids, and I know they are aware that I am earning like this amount, so the bills are laid down. So how much is left? Maybe I could get something, but they would always say, they would always think twice. Do we have extra? If I want this, can she give me? So they will think ahead instead of asking me, for all the things that they want. You should be fine. You already have overseas experience when you were not only in the UK. I was in the United Arab Emirates, which I think it's challenging for me because I don't speak their language. It's here. They speak English, but when I'm when I feel like talking in Bisaya, I would always speak Bisaya, and then they're now interested to speak my my dialect. It's so funny. It's so funny because although I don't swear, they thought I was talking bad when I have my expressions, like I say samoka or stuffs that I say, that I usually say when I'm surprised, I'm upset or whatever, and then they're interested. What are you talking? I am not saying bad things about you, but it's just an expression. Oh, they want to learn, so and then they want to learn crazy stuff, how to say it in Bisaya. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I agree. I was away from home several times, and the longest I had was when I was in UAE. When I was in the UK, it wasn't really that long, although I have quite an experience there as well. Yeah, so it was so funny going back to the dialect. My best friend's grandson, I was I'm teaching him old Visayan songs that are, funny, but I tell them the meaning of that song so that they would really feel the impact of that song. Because if you teach and then they don't know the real meaning, they wouldn't be interested. They won't be able to feel, or they would not be able to express really the real feelings when singing that song. So now this kid knows a few songs already in Bisaya, and the adults would want to learn some Bisayan words. So funny because they want to learn odd words like farting. They want to know how it is being said in our dialect. Yeah, it was funny, but I never had a hard time really here. I enjoyed the place. It's so quiet, it's peaceful, and the air is fresh. Although the weather is not really, when it's hot, it's really hot, and when it's cold, it's also cold. But I prefer cold weather than hot weather. I'm sorry. And then it's gonna be summer soon, so yeah, I'm gonna be wearing long sleeves even if it's summer. And then the food, fresh, good, healthy. Yeah. And the people here are really nice, because when I do my walking, every time I come across, I meet people in the street, they would always say hi. But my neighbor really creeps me out. I didn't know that somebody was watching. Yeah, because I'm always out checking the flowers. And then the flowers are really blooming very nicely, beautifully. They're gorgeous. And then my best friend was waiting for me across the street where the car was parked. And then she told me, pick some flowers, because I really love those flowers. So yeah, it was just there at the side of the house. So this is the back. So at the side. And then I didn't know that our neighbor was watching me. And then so I picked the flowers. I broke the branch, and then somebody said, "Oh, very beautiful." I said, "Oh my goodness!" I was just like a thief being caught. So I was surprised somebody was watching me. I said, yeah, yeah, they are very beautiful. Thank you so much." And then I ran off. Crazy, crazy old man. So and then I ran to my friend's car, and then I said, "Hey, here's your flower." And then I was surprised. He scares me out because he said, very beautiful. I don't even know if he was commenting on me or the flowers. I just said thank you, I ran off. No, I was asked to, oh my gosh, I was asked to pick the flowers. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. There's no lechon here. I'm sorry, it's a mess. My room is a mess. Where would I sit? I'm just gonna sit on my bed because I was at the window earlier. First the lechon and now the flowers. Is it? Well, what do you mean? The habit of what? Stealing? No, I didn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been here for an hour. So if you have any questions about visas and anything, you can always ask me. But I'm not the one in authority. I will just be speaking based on my experience. And I have a new project. Actually, I finished my diamond painting. I'm going to post this one. Yeah, so that's my finished project, diamond painting. Right, so, and I have so many things to do as well. I have books to read. Yeah. Well, what's the good thing is library here. The books, when you borrow books, it's free. And I have this. Don't judge me for the books that I'm choosing. And yeah, these books are released recently. That's why I picked those. All right, so and this one is another project that I finished. Diamond painting. It's a pouch, right? Yeah. So ayan, if you have more questions, that's my life here. And that's my dumbbell. I'm sorry. Yeah, you need to sweat out because it's very cold, right? I'm sorry, my socks are St. Patrick's, still St. Patrick's socks. Yeah, I'm always wearing socks because I feel cold. Yeah, so we have discussed about it already, about many possibilities, countless possibilities of Filipino women to be able to come to the land of milk and honey or to come to America. You don't need a man here. So there are a number of possibilities, and when you are here, there's so many opportunities for you to be able to improve yourself professionally, financially, physically, mentally. So since no one is talking anymore, though there are 11 watching, it's only Graham and I are talking over here, and Timmy as well. A Filipina wearing socks, it reminds me when my asawa was in Australia during the winter. Of course, we are not built for this cold refrigerator weather. Even our noses. It's so funny. All right, so I think I have exhausted the the points that we need to discuss about this topic. Topic? What am I doing? I'm not eating. Yes po. Yeah. Yes, Idol. I know you're in Canada. I think I can visit Canada. Could visit Canada, no? It's very near. Thank you, Graham. I know it's kind of late there in the Philippines. It's almost midnight, but thank you so much. Yes, I would be for sure having a good day because it depends on how you spend your day. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing my homework out, then walking and read books and my diamond painting. So many things to do actually. All right, so if you have any more questions and if the streams already ends, you can always write down your questions in the comment box of this live stream. Okay, so thank you so much, Timmy. Thank you, Manliv Idol, Graham, Mrs. H, who were here earlier, Brett, Warren, Richard. Thank you, thank you. All right, so RM and Resi, thank you so much, guys. So thank you very much and have a good day, have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and yes, see you on my next live. Bye for now. This has been Yads, Warren, and Shamel. Thank you.